Hi friends, we have got a lot to talk about today. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Kelly, and on this channel I love to talk all things home decor related. I love to share how I decorate my home throughout the different seasons and the different holidays. I also like to share some organizational tips, the occasional recipe, or DIY. So if these are things that you love to watch, then just keep watching. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of easy DIYs, and one you'll have to let me know if you think it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down, because I am still on the fence as to how it turned out. So I would love to know your comments about it in the comment section below. And the other one is just a really simple, it took me all of 5 minutes to complete. So I'm excited to share that with you as well. I'll also be sharing a small Michael's haul. I recently visited their store when all their spring and Easter decor was on for 60% off. So I'll be showing you a few things that I picked up. It wasn't much. I think I mentioned in my last video that I didn't want to spend any more money on florals, but again, I did. That was simply because I went through my spring and summer tote, and my old florals have really seen better days, so I will be purging a lot of that. So I just wanted to replenish some things, and I thought at 60% off, it was too good a bargain to pass up. So the first item I picked up was actually not considered part of their spring and Easter decor. It was 50% off still, and even though it was in the Easter decor, it wasn't considered Easter decor. It was considered party supplies. So what I picked up were two of these woven wicker, whatever, rattan, I'm not sure what to call them, placemats. I only picked up two of them. It's only my husband and I just wanted them for my kitchen table. I thought at 50% off, $12.99, so they were just over $5, I think. I thought they were a good deal, and I thought for just the two of us, they were perfect. So I'm anxious to style those on my kitchen table. Now the rest of the items are all florals, and I will be purging out what I already have in my stash and replacing with some of these. And all of these will take me right through the summer. One or two of them I can use all year long, so I'm really excited about that. But let me show you what I got. So the first floral I did pick up were these bunches of lavender stems, and I thought they were so sweet and so delicate and so realistic looking, and they were only $2.99 Canadian and then another 60% off, which is a great deal. Now each pick has 3 stems in it, so you can pull them apart and use them individually, sporadically throughout an arrangement, or they could be so pretty on a spring or Easter table. You just pull one out, place it across a plate or across a napkin or something like that. I think that would be so pretty. So for 60% off, $2.99, this was a really good deal, and I picked up 3 stems. This next pick, I ended up putting one back. I had 2 in my hand, but then I only picked up 1. And it was this beautiful baby's breath stem. But I just love real baby's breath. I love to pick it up all the time. I've used it in my Christmas trees. I love just having a simple bouquet of it in a vase anywhere in my home. I just love baby's breath. But sometimes it can be hard to find, so I thought I would pick up 1 stem, and then I can just pull this apart and use it all year long as I need it. And this one was $8.99 Canadian and then 60% off. So I'm excited to have this. This is something I can use all year long. It's not necessarily spring or summer, and I can use it in my Christmas tree, which I love to do. It makes it look like little snowballs, and it would be a good addition if I have some real baby's breath. I can just add in a few more of the faux ones and just give it a fuller look on the tree. I think that's so pretty. So that was another stem I picked up. So this next one, I also only ended up picking up one bunch of it, but it's got so many flowers on it, and it's this beautiful bouquet of these delicate, soft pink roses and rosebuds. I just thought this was so pretty. Again, you actually get a lot on one stem, so I can pull them apart and use them individually or as a grouping in one arrangement. And I just love these. I love the color. They're perfect for spring and Easter. If I didn't mention it, these were $12.99 and then another 60% off. Now this last item, I ended up picking up 3 stems, and I was inspired by what I see all over YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. All you lucky people in the US who have Hobby Lobby, this is a fan favorite. Floral is the asparagus bush that Hobby Lobby sells, and I think the next time I'm down in the States, I will definitely go to Hobby Lobby and pick 1 or 2 up, because I can't find anything like that up here, and it just always looks so beautiful. But this was pretty close, so I picked up 3 of these, and I just love them. I love how wispy they are. You can separate them all out, and it kind of gives the illusion of that asparagus bush from Hobby Lobby. And I picked up 3, so you can see, if you put them all together, how beautiful that looks as a bunch, how wispy it looks. I mean, these alone in a pot, in a vase, would look just gorgeous. Add in one of the other flowers that I bought. A few of those pink rose stems would be gorgeous in here. But yeah, so these were only $5.99 and then another 60% off. They were a great buy. So I picked up 3 of these, and I think they are just so beautiful, and I can see them being used throughout my home and throughout all the different seasons. So that was all I picked up from Michael's on their spring Easter 60% off sale. I love everything I got. These will be nice little additions to my stash. So when I purge other things, they will be added in, and I think they're going to be beautiful. Can't wait to style them. So you'll have to stick around and see how I use them. Let's tackle the first DIY project. What I'm going to do is I've decided to change up the knobs on my TV console stand. Don't look too closely. I know it's got little fingerprints all over it and needs a good cleaning. But for now, I wanted to change up these knobs to just a slightly more antique gold looking color. I know I could easily go out and buy new ones, but I thought, why? I have the knobs here, and I had recently purchased some rub and buff in the antique gold, so I was excited to give that a try. So the only thing I needed to do was just to take them off the doors, and I'm going to also do the one on the cabinet in the corner. So here's the antique rub and buff. I've never used this before, so I was anxious to give it a try, and that was my trial knob, and I was so happy with the way it looked. So in order to help myself out a little bit, I thought I would just push these into some floral foam to help them stand up, maybe make it easier to paint. In the end, it wasn't much help. I just held them and then had to go over some of the spots where my fingerprints were. But this stuff went on so easily, so quickly. It dried so quickly, and I love the way they turned out. It's such a small change, and these small changes can really update a piece or give it a slightly different look. And that's all I was going for here. Nothing fancy, just felt like a change. That's really what it came down to. So if you've been around my channel for a while, you're probably noticing a big difference in my hair color. So I have been dark brown all my life, but in recent months, of course, the God-given natural highlights, the grays, were coming in fast and furious, and I was getting a real demarcation through my root zone. And because my hair is on the shorter side, I just didn't want to spend the money at the salon that they charge to color short hair. So I was doing it myself. Yes, I was using box color. Yes, it's not the greatest thing for your hair, but I just couldn't afford to be going every 4 weeks to get my color done. So I would do it myself. So about a month and a half ago, I got thinking about it, and my hair was feeling really dry, really damaged. I hated the way I looked. I hated looking at myself on video. It's a hard thing to do. Pictures, forget it. Like, I just hated it. I just wasn't feeling like me anymore. And that's a whole other story. But I just hated the way my hair was looking, the way it was feeling. So I got thinking about, do I start to make the transition to going gray completely and just giving in to nature, for lack of a better term? So I spoke about it with my husband, and of course he was so supportive, and saying whatever I wanted to do was fine with him. So I had made a hair appointment a few weeks ago to do a color, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I wasn't convinced I was going to let the gray grow in, and I wasn't convinced I wanted to just cover up the gray and just keep it brown. But what changed my mind was, as I walked in the salon, this woman walked in ahead of me, and I had to stop her and say, "Your hair is gorgeous, just gorgeous." And she looked at me and she said, "I get highlights and lowlights so that I don't get that demarcation coming in anymore." Now, her hair wasn't like a silver gray, but it was a beautiful color. In some lights it looked gray, and others it just looked like a soft brunette. It was beautiful. So when I sat in my hairdresser's chair, I said, we got talking about it, about going gray. She checked her schedule because I was just down for a color, and she said, "I have time to start the process, and we can start with highlights and start there." So I took the plunge and I said, let's go for it. Let's do the highlights. Now, let me tell you, when she took the towel off, I thought, what have I done? I thought I was going to be sick because it looked so light, and through here, some of the hair almost looked white. And I thought, oh my gosh, what have I done? But I took a deep breath, and I think she saw the shock on my face, because she looked at me, she said, "Trust the process. Just trust the process." I said, okay, I'm going to trust this. So yes, so I trusted the process, and I just have highlights done right now, and just partial. We didn't touch the back at all. We left it just my own color because that's all she had time for, and I'm really happy with it. But my hair feels so soft. It's all natural back here now because most of the color is out, and I am so happy I did it. I have to say, it's still a shock to look at myself in the mirror. There are days I catch it and I catch myself and I think I don't even know that person. And that was hard. That's been very hard, to tell you the truth. Not to recognize that person staring back at you. My daughter had a hard time with it when she first saw me, because she said, "Mom, you've been dark my whole life." I get that. But what really broke my heart was my granddaughter didn't recognize me the first time she came over, and that broke my heart. And I thought, what have I done? What have I done? But she's slowly getting used to it. She's slowly getting used to it. And even a funny story though was the day after I had it done, my husband and I were out shopping, and I was walking towards him, and he looked right past me. And when I walked up to him, he goes, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even recognize you." So it's been a process, but it's been hard looking at that person and not really recognizing them. I'm starting to get used to it. I've had great reaction from co-workers and friends, so I'm happy about that. But yes, it's been a process. But the good thing is, I mean, I have a lot of grays coming in now. You can see it, but it's not that real demarcation I was getting with my dark hair. I'm finding it just looks like highlights and it kind of blends in, and it's not quite so terrifying to look at. The next time I go, and she had said do it for 8, 10, 12 weeks, see how it goes, and maybe next time we'll add in some low lights. So I'll be excited to see what that kind of looks like. But yes, I have started the process of letting my natural gray hair take over. But you know what is so fun with this? Even though I have a hard time looking at myself in the mirror some days, it's makeup is different. Before, when I was feeling really blah about myself, is my makeup just, and I haven't changed anything yet, but for some reason it has changed the tone of my skin tone, and my makeup seems to look, in my opinion, it seems to look a little nicer. I find myself when I'm shopping for clothes, as I sit here in a black t-shirt, but I recently went shopping for some new spring wardrobe. I didn't really pick up anything. I got one shirt, which was, when I got home, my husband goes, "Whoa, we're really changing things up here." But I find I'm having more fun with clothing. I'm looking at things I never would have looked at before. So feeling like a whole new person is a kind of neat, and I'm finding clothing looks different. So yeah, that's been kind of an interesting turn of events for me, is the makeup and the clothing, and looking at them in whole new light. So that's been very, very interesting. So that's my hair story. That is why I have changed my hair color from dark brunette to this more lighter blonde, I guess. It definitely is a blonder color for me. And yeah, I'm starting the transition to my natural hair color, letting it go gray. I love the fact that it's already feeling healthier, looking healthier, and for some reason it takes no time in the morning to do it. I love the cut that she gave me. It's so easy to do. It just comes together, so I'm really loving that. But that's my story. So I hope that you enjoyed this little part of getting to know me, and that's where I am in my journey right now. I'm feeling much more myself these days. I know I haven't been as present in my videos, but to tell you the honest to God truth, I haven't been feeling myself. So I'm excited now. I'm starting to feel healthier, and I'm feeling better. But thank you for listening. Thank you for listening and hearing my story, coming along this journey with me. It'll be interesting, but enough of that serious kind of stuff. So let me take you through my next DIY project, and this one, guys, is the one I'm really not sure of. Is it a keeper? Is it a fail? I'm still on the fence with it, but I'm going to take you through the process, and let me know what you think in the comments below at the end. If you think it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down and I need to start over. Love to hear what you think about it. For this DIY project, I wanted to make over this vase that I had, and I had already done a DIY on this a few years ago, so I thought I would try to give it a slightly different look, and I wanted to be mixing some darker colors, some more sandy colors with the white, and just trying to give it more of a weathered antique look that I keep seeing all over socials, that the vases just look so beautiful. So right before I had done this part, I had painted it black thinking that's the way I wanted to go, and I hated it. So I quickly did one coat of white over it, let that dry, And now I'm going to go in with a bit more paint and just go over it and adding in some of those tans and caramel colors and trying to get it more of that taupey color to give it that antique weathered look. It was definitely looking okay, a little blah, and then I remembered seeing another channel do, and I can't remember who it was. If I do, I'll leave the name of it below. But I saw her add some dirt to paint and put it on the vessel. So I tried that, and as you can see, I think I went a little heavy-handed with the dirt at the beginning because it definitely looks a lot darker than I had wanted it to. So I kept going over it with some lighter color paint, adding in some white and some caramel just to try and lighten up that spot. And then what I did was I took some paint on my hand and dipped it in some of the dirt to try and spread it around. I think in the end it wasn't too bad. It's definitely coming across a lot darker than it does in person. But I don't know. I can't tell if I like it or if I hate it, or I just don't know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And here is the finished pot. I don't know. I think it looks okay. I think it's coming across a lot darker, this part where I really goofed up with the dirt, adding the dirt in. I think it's coming across a lot darker on the camera because it's not that dark in person. It's one of those processes where it's trust the process. It's definitely trust the process. But again, it's just paint. Yes, there's some dirt in there. I could probably spray paint over this, no problem, if I ever didn't like it. But tell me, what do you think? Do you think I should start over, or do you like it? The good test is, let's try some of the greenery in it and see how it looks. Sometimes it takes adding in your florals to really get a sense of how it looks. I'm kind of loving the look of the greenery in there. And you can just kind of bend and wisp it around. Let me stand up. Three might be too much in this little vase, but let's just get a real feel for how this will look with some florals in it, or just some greenery. Oh, I think I really like this. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Does the green, I think the greenery makes a big difference, but let me know. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you like this little bit of a vlog style and me sharing a bit more about myself personally. And I hope that you enjoyed the DIYs and maybe it sparked your creativity to tackle something in your home that you've been thinking about. Remember, some of these projects are just paint, so if it doesn't work out, you can just paint over it. But I hope that you got some inspiration from that. Don't forget to go follow me over on Instagram. I will be sure to leave my channel here across the screen. I love sharing things more than just home decor over there. And that's where you would have gotten a sneak peek of my hair, because I did share that right after I got it done. And I tend to share a bit more than just home related items. So give me a follow over there. Come over, say hi. Love to chat with you over there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I would love to have you join me each week as I share more home-related content. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up and a like and share it on your socials if you did enjoy it. It really helps my channel out. So until I talk to you in my next video, guys, I hope you have a great week. Bye.